Hello FLOSSTUBE, it's Lee from Creative Lee on Sunday the 17th of March. Is it March? It is March. Coming with FLOSSTUBE number 17. I thought I'd try a different angle today. Might be a bit whited out, but we'll see how it goes. Basically I've just moved 90 degrees from where I normally do. I've just got the sun filter down, otherwise it would be very bright. So anyway, I am tired. I've got no words. I house sat, kitty sat last night for friends in Wellington, and the bed's not that comfortable. It's sort of, anyway, I just didn't have a great night's sleep, and I kept waking up and forgetting that there are cats and kicking the cats, and the cats go anyway. So my voice is a bit and I've got bags, suitcases under my eyes. Might have to do some sort of cucumber thing later maybe. But anyway, much better with my cold. Still a bit uggy. Tell you what, you do not want to dare cough or sneeze in public these days. You feel like you're a threat of getting lynched. Anyway, we'll see. Much better. So just getting a bit of asthma still. My asthma flares up when I get a bit of a cold. It was probably the mildest cold I've ever had, so it's kind of a bit weird. So I'm getting, given that these days the old coronavirus, etc., it's a bit sort of worrying. Speaking of coronavirus, work has just been a bit nuts. We're preparing for a BCP, business continuity test next week, where Wednesday, Thursday, most of us will be working out of the office to test the network and connectivity and all that malarkey. That'll be fun. But it's just been a lot of work, and I have projects where they involve physical hardware on site, so it's a little bit hard to. Some of my project stuff is difficult to do remotely. I've got people flying down next week from Auckland to do an audit of media room technology, which includes doing testing of sound, and I've got some old technology that needs to be replaced. So I will see. It is what it is. But yeah, basically, I guess like everywhere, we expect eventually we'll have to start planning to and working from home a little bit to reduce public connectivity. We're a little bit lucky in New Zealand. We're so far away, we don't share borders with anybody. It's quite an effort to get here. Quite early we started restricting people coming in from various countries, all being screened. But it's this whole COVID-19 is such a big disruption for everybody. We're not being too bad here around going crazy and stockpiling. People are buying, extra things, but not, cleaning out the toilet paper. That is something we make in New Zealand. We do make toilet paper. We have a big forestry industry. We make and export paper. So largely most supermarkets, in fact one supermarket's overstocked because they expected, a Pack and Save in Porirua expected to get cleaned out, so they ordered extra and now they've got too much toilet paper. I feel like there's a black market opportunity out there if anyone wants to. Anyway, a little bit to show this week. I've been full on monogamous again, and probably will be so this week until I have a finish. I basically am at that point where I'm pushing for a finish, so we'll show that. My long dog sample is the Pilgrim. I've showed this several times now, which I'm stitching on 36 count linen from Picture This Plus, the legacy linen, and I'm using a $2 grab bag of random ink and flosses I got from my crappy local needlework store that was going out of I've gone completely blank. Going out of Anchor Floss. Stay tuned in a second. I will show you the conversion. I've had a couple of requests for the colour conversion, so I'm going to hold that up to the screen for people to take a screenshot. Anyway, here's my wee beast. Pushing you back. It just about fits in screen. I'm so loving this, and all I've got to do is this section down here, which yeah, I just think I'm just going to push and finish. So what I got done this last week was pretty much finish off that bird on Sunday, and then I did all of this bit down here. So given I got all of that done in a week, it does help having been sick and essentially spending 2 days at home, or a day, I think half of Monday I worked from home, but I gave up it in the afternoon, so half of Monday I did stitching. Managed to do quite a bit yesterday. What was yesterday? Saturday, when I was at my friend's house sitting, with terrible lighting, but I managed to finish off this last night. Yeah, so I did a little video. I've had a request for how I stitch, to show how I stitch so far. So I have actually filmed a little video which I'll put in at the end, and I just stitched the little F in that video. It's not the best video, but it's better than no video. Anyway, I've still got a couple little fish to do, little goldfish that come, I think, down here. A couple of little backstitch fish, which I'll do them the same colour that I did these ones, and they're light colour. Yeah, there's a bit of a close up there. I'm just loving it so much. Like, anyway, I love it every time. The more I do, the more I love it, which is good, I guess. So a few people, including Tara, I think, who had a 5 stitch, have asked for my colour conversion. I'm going to hold it up to the screen for you to take a screenshot. So here we go here. So yeah, anchor threads, and I've just basically in brackets I've put the main things that I've done with each colour, which my writing's terrible and I can't read it backwards, but pretty much that's how I kind of would describe them as you kind of go down. So yeah, anyone take a screenshot. But I'm sure if you wanted to search similar colours in DMC, you could look up a conversion for those colours. If I get a chance to type it up nicely, and then I'll do a DMC conversion as well. But yeah, not a lot of people do anchor, right? So yeah, I had a few people asking. I've had people commenting on my fast stitching, and Mind My Needle recently has started watching my videos. I think she's got a store, a New Zealand store. Oh, she's a New Zealand stitcher with an Etsy store. I think she might have the distribution for Bendy Stitchy designs. I had a quick look the other day, and she's got a sale on some things. So if I remember, I'll put her address in on Etsy, and I might have to go and have a look and see if there's anything there that catches my eye. If they're on sale, because we like a sale. My hair is clean hair, I haven't done anything with it. So yeah, being pretty monogamous, I'm just going to finish it, and then A, it'll be done, yay, and then B, it means that I can plan to start another long dog, so I only have one on the go, right? And it's like, what do I do? I don't know. Not sure. One of the problems will be is that I want to order a skein of silks for you, probably, because the next one will probably be Life After Death, and I want to do that in similar to how I did Death by Cross Stitch. So pick one main variegated silk and then a DMC contrast, and I want to get that from Silks for You. And at the moment she hasn't got any silk left because supply chain issues out of China, so she's waiting for China or Japan, probably China, waiting for when she can get a shipment of silk. So I won't be starting it immediately. That's my stitching. Reminder that my March start in theory is Halloween Quaker. I do have had progress. The 4 or 5, I think it's the 4, the gold, the orange, the purple, the blue, the 4 main colours that I'm doing. I've ordered from Nina's Threads, and they were shipped on Friday, I think, or Saturday morning for me. So they're on their way. The Blackbird, Smoke, Black Coffee, the 3 classic colour works that I've ordered from Ribbon Rose in Auckland, they're still on back order, or one of those is on back order, so they're all waiting, so don't have that yet, and I still haven't bought my fabric, so I keep vacillating between just going with murky or something that's more of a night sort of blue, night sky sort of colour, so we'll see. Haven't ordered it yet, basically. I should get the Nina's Threads, but will I get, depending on who I order the fabric through, if I order fabric through my New Zealand supplier, that could take a while, and if I order fabric from 123 Stitch, that usually gets here within 5 days. So depending on where I go and what I order, I may not actually start in March, but wow, Tara from the 805 Stitcher, it's a stitch along, right? We don't have to start it on the same day, but it is going to be a stitch along. I like to think of a hashtag, which I'm absolutely crap at remembering to do Instagram and hashgram. So we need hashtags. We need I'm just writing a note, hashtag for Halloween Quaker. I did have a little bit of haul. A few weeks ago, I just love the Victoria Motto stuff. So she had a fabulous red collection, and I was like, well, I want to do some red samplers in my future, so why would I not go with all the reds? Pretty cool. By Scarlett, Prim Valentine, its colours. Do I need a thing? Let's try this. Valentine red. They're probably reading a little dark, probably because I'm overexposed behind me. Fabulous red. Holiday red. Rich red. And now we're getting into the more pinky reds. We've got antique red. Scrumptious red. Mrs. Claus red. Centennial red. Red burgundy. And this one's got some lovely variegation, and it's rose red. It's beautiful. It's probably a little bit, yeah, it's not showing too bad. Anyway, they're kind of delicious. So, and she will have another red. She's probably still got some left, and she said she's got another red collection, a different red collection coming out in a week or two. So that'll be pretty cool. So, got a couple of projects in mind. I've got a couple of little samplers, little freebie red sampler patterns that I'm quite keen to try on. Yeah, so I mean, I love the Prim Valentine and the Valentine red because they're kind of a little bit orangey reds, and they're beautiful. This is very bright. It says it's similar to 666. Which it probably is, but has very, very, very subtle variegation in it though. I think it'll stitch up beautifully. It's funny how this one has no DMC conversion equivalent and this one does. But this one she says 816 and this one's also 816 and they're quite different. So they don't look that different on screen, but they're quite different in person. Thinking forward to, obviously my March start might actually be in April, but my March start is going to be the Halloween Quaker. And for April, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Having finished this, I won't be ready to start another long dog, but I wonder if I might just do a little red sampler, either find a free pattern or a PDF, yeah, and just have a play with some of these bright colours. And then planning for May, I'm going to plan to do, I'm going to call it Monogamous May, but my plan is to work on the Friendship Sampler by, is it Plum Street? That I'm going to stitch for my BFF, for Tan, my friend who lost her husband in December. She's currently planning to come back to New Zealand. Well, she said she's booked flights on the 18th because she wants to get out of Europe before. She's in Slovenia, which is sort of fine at the moment, but Slovenia, she has a border with Italy, with northern Italy, I guess. Natan has 2 passports. She has a Croatian passport and a New Zealand passport, so she can, you know, hunker down in Croatia and stuff, but she can come back to New Zealand because she's a New Zealand citizen. But the problem is she booked her flight. I think her flight normally goes to LA and the States have banned all European flights. So I'm not sure whether she's booking maybe to come via Singapore, or I think normally for her to get from Slovenia to New Zealand, she flies Slovenia, Paris, LA, Australia, and then Sydney and New Zealand, Auckland. Whether she can go the other way and go around through Singapore or something, I don't know. I think we still have flights that can come back through Dubai. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. So hopefully she can get home. And then she was planning to head up to Cook's Beach in the Coromandel. Her family have a batch there, a holiday home, and to stay there for just self-isolate for 3 weeks, just to be safe, and rather than, you know, she's not working at the moment, so she can kind of do that, but hopefully she can still come back, or, you know, get her flight sorted. But I want to do the Friendship Sampler because I want to give that to her for her birthday in October, so if I work on that in May, I probably could finish it, to be fair. Yeah, my plan will be to go Monogamous May and work on that to try and finish it, or get close to a finish, so I can then save up and get it framed. The last few weeks, been to a few, I forgot to say last week, I think, when my friend and I went to a movie a couple of weeks ago, probably just before my dad came down actually. We went to Emma. I don't think I've talked about Emma on here, or I did, or did I talk about Emma? Anyway, I really enjoyed it. It was a good rendition. Bill Nye is great. It was funny, and just a really fun adaptation of Emma. And then on Friday, we went to Military Wives, which is fantastic. It was funny, you know, a little bit sad, great acting, great singing, a really joyful, uplifting movie. So I recommend, and it's based loosely on, I mean, it's based on a real choir, but it's just fun. So we had let's just say I cried enough that my sinuses got cleared, but it was a really fun movie. So I recommend it for everybody. Previous finishes. I have no idea these patterns. I've definitely borrowed these because they're stitched in 2004. So they're patterns that I borrowed from the same friend that I borrowed the 3 garden samplers from Prairie Schooler, the three garden samplers. So, and at this, so I've got these, they belong together, they're a little twosome, they were in the same chart. I'll try and hold them up. I didn't plan this very well. And they're just on a 32 count, I don't know what colour linen, but yeah, 32 count scrap of linen. And they're 2 little cat pieces with ribbon embroidery. I think it's the first, maybe only time I've done ribbon embroidery. And I was also had found these little charms that I just went a little bit nuts. So the charms are extra, they weren't charted, but I just wanted to use them. And then there's that little fellow there with a couple of, so they're a bit charm heavy, it's a bit random. I'm sure someone out there goes, I know what that pattern is, I recognise it. But yeah, they're kind of cute. So they will fit in standard little frames. I don't know why I haven't framed them. Oh no, I do know why I haven't framed them. I had nowhere to put anything. So, you know, I will frame these myself in just little frames that I get from, you know, a local shop. I won't pay to get these framed. But yeah, they're kind of cute. So I do have 2 more cat things to show. I think 2 more. And I'm getting close to the end of my things that I have still that need to be framed. So yeah, 2004 I stitched those, and I still think they're really cute. Oh, I had French knots as well. I mean, hello, all the French knots. So this was like real, like, technique heavy. You know, crosses, charms, French knots, ribbon, leaves. Look at me. I'm not afraid to try anything. Give it a go and stuff. Yeah, so yeah, cute, eh? I think they're cute. So that's pretty much it. 24 minutes. By the time I cut off the beginning where I was like, ooh, won't be too long, which is good because, I mean, yeah. I haven't been watching all the FLOSSTUBE. I am going to sit down this afternoon as I work on because I've been busy all morning out having brunch with a friend and stuff. I am going to sit down and work on my long dog, my Pilgrim, and I'm going to start working through Fibre Talk. Is it Fibre Talk with Gary and Vonna? Their market stuff. And I'm going to have a little pad and a pen, and as they went through a series of combinations of live and interview type videos, I think, at market. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit down with my pen and my pad, and I'm going to write down anything that pops up, because I think they show quite a lot of stuff from designers, or Gary shows quite a lot of stuff from designers that aren't as familiar, and with the aim of making maybe a small list of 5 or 6 things that I might be interested in purchasing this year to go into the, you know, stuff to stitch stash. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do this afternoon. But speaking of YouTube, I don't want to stay behind because I may not really a case of catching up, but there's been so much. So I actually went through and did a bit of a cull. Maybe in a couple of weeks I'll go through the YouTubers I watch, but there's a few that I have been watching. I'm not going to name names because it's not anything about the fact that I don't like them, but more that I have too many. I'm following too many things, and there are a few people I've watched for a little while, and I've gone, you know what? They don't stitch my style, and for whatever reason, their videos just don't. They're just not my go-tos. If I had to choose, I wouldn't watch them. Sometimes it's because people just talk too much, or they don't share. I seem to like the videos where people are quite open and share a little. I'm interested in people's lives, which is why I kind of rabbit on a little bit about mine. I know that there are people who, because part of it is showing the stitching, right, but part of it is like how this complement, how this fits into my life, how it complements my life, why I might choose these pieces. You know, with some things important, they have meaning, some things I'm going to stitch for other people. And it matters for me, I guess. So yeah, there's a few stitches I was watching, either they were just all kind of Disney or all, and I don't do Disney, so all very kind of fantasy themey stuff. I don't know, either not enough variety, or so I've just done a bit of a cull. So probably unsubscribe from maybe 7 floss tubers this weekend. I have unsubscribed in the past from a couple because of I just didn't agree with some of the things they were saying. You know, let's just say personality-wise didn't fit with me, even though I think they did beautiful stitching. And I'm just like, no, it's for, like, is it supposed to be fun? So if someone's annoying or I just really disagree, they're too political or too strongly opinionated in a way that I disagree with, I'm like, no, I just don't need, I only want to focus on things that bring me joy and are relaxing and don't stress me out or make me want to write a note saying, hey, I don't want to get into a debate, right? I'm not that kind of person. So easy just to walk away and kind of go, you know what, they've got heaps of followers, they don't need me, and I think my life is better without that kind of negativity, let's just say, in it. So yeah, but what I'll do is, yeah, in a couple of weeks I might go through have my iPhone here and go through a list of whom I watch and why I specifically like them, and yeah, I don't know, people might find it. Anyway, I'm gonna call this quits now. I need to bring this a bit closer so I can reach the off button. Fingers crossed, I may have it finished next week. That would be kind of cool, actually, to have. I'm just at that point where I'm like, I can see the end. I'm gonna finish. In the meantime, enjoy making those little X's. Don't stress about it. They're just, just crosses, and don't let your needles rust. Ciao.